China and the U.S. When it comes to trade, the two giants find it hard to do without each other. Last year, the Chinese sent $321 billion of goods to the U.S., doubling its export total from just 4 years ago. That was just 1/5 what the U.S. sold to China as the trade gap keeps widening. But according to a new study, America is paying for its Chinese imports in more than just dollars. Since China joined the World Trade Organization in 2001, the U.S. has suffered a net loss of 2.3 million jobs to China, mostly well-paid manufacturing positions.
We found that the workers displaced suffered an average wage loss of about $8,000 a year. They often moved to jobs that had lower wages and worse benefits.
One big reason for the yawning trade gap, China's determination to keep its currency relatively weak against the dollar. That makes its products relatively cheap for American consumers. To ease the trade gap, critics of U.S. trade policy say Washington should put more pressure on the Chinese to strengthen their money. But the trade figures may be exaggerating the Chinese trade advantage. Much of the material that China exports to the United States, especially computers and electronics, originate in other Asian countries, and U.S. companies add further dollar value to those products. Some economists question the amount of harm done to American job holders.
The large majority of Americans are engaged in work that doesn't compete with China in any way head-to-head.
What's more, the Chinese recycle most of the dollars they earn back into the U.S. economy by investing in stocks, home mortgages, and critically by buying up U.S. government bonds. In fact, the Chinese now finance about 5% of the soaring U.S. national debt.
Which helps not only create job opportunities here, but lower interest rates for homeowners and borrowers.
But China's critics say its workers are also being shortchanged by the Beijing government's suppression of independent labor unions.
The wages in China are 46 to 87% lower than they would be if they were allowed to have free unions.
As China's economy keeps surging ahead, while the U.S. struggles to restore momentum, the trade debate is likely to become louder. Tom Ackerman, Al Jazeera, Washington.